What's good, Giants Nation? It's your boy, bringing you the hottest New York Giants news straight from the heart of Big Blue. If you're as obsessed with the Giants as I am, you're probably buzzing about our quarterback room right now. We got a spicy mix of veteran swagger and rookie potential. And today, we're diving deep into a story that got me fired up. Jameus Winston, our charismatic backup QB, is stepping up big time to mentor rookie Jackson Dart. This isn't just a feel-good story. It's a game changer for the New York Giants' future. So, let's unpack how Winston's wild ride in the NFL is shaping Dart's path, why it matters for our team, and what we can expect from this dynamic duo in 2025. Drop a comment below. How excited are you for this Giants season? Let's get into it. Picture this. It's 2015 and Jameis Winston, fresh off a Heisman Trophy and a national championship at Florida State, is the number 1 overall pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kid's got an arm like a cannon, a smile that lights up the room, and a personality that's larger than life. But let's be real, his early years weren't all sunshine and touchdowns. Winston had some growing pains, and I'm not just talking about interceptions. Off the field, he made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Remember the crab legs incident at a Publix supermarket? Yeah, that was Jameis being Jameis, young, brash, and learning the hard way. Then there was a suspension for shouting an obscene phrase on campus. Rough times, right? But here's the thing about Winston. He took those L's and turned them into lessons. As he told Ryan Clark on the Pivot podcast, immediately, I grew from a decision-making standpoint because I knew there were some things that I could not do. Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Giants fans, doesn't that hit home? We've all had moments where we had to learn the hard way. But it's what you do next that defines you. Fast forward to 2025, and Jameis Winston is a 31-year-old veteran with 10 years of NFL experience under his belt. He's no longer the starry-eyed rookie. He's a battle-tested QB who's seen it all. 6 seasons as a starter in Tampa, a backup role with the Saints, and now a key piece in our New York Giants quarterback room. Winston's not just here to hold a clipboard. He's bringing wisdom, charisma, and a whole lot of heart to the Giants' locker room. And who's soaking up all this knowledge? None other than our rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. Giants Nation, let me hear in the comments. Are you pumped about Dart's potential or what? Now, let's talk about Jackson Dart. This kid's got the tools. Arm strength, mobility, and a fire to compete. Coming out of Ole Miss, he was a star, but the NFL? That's a whole different beast. Unlike Winston, who was handed the starting role as a rookie, Dart starting his Giants journey as the number 3 QB on the depth chart behind Russell Wilson and Winston himself. That's tough for any rookie, especially one with Dart's talent. Nobody wants to hear sit and develop, but that's the reality for Dart in 2025. He's been getting second-team reps in training camp, and word from Giants camp is he's had his moments. Day 4 was a standout, where he was slinging it with confidence. But like any rookie, he's had his ups and downs, adjusting to NFL defenses, learning the playbook, and handling the pressure being a Giant. It's a lot. That's where Jameis Winston comes in. And let me tell you, Giants fans, this mentorship is pure gold. Winston's been through the ringer, and he's got a treasure trove of advice for Dart. The biggest lesson? Patience. Winston learned this the hard way, and he's passing on like a perfectly thrown spiral. I tell him it's one day at a time, Winston said. The NFL is the only league where yesterday and tomorrow don't matter. Hey man, it's a new day. Be grateful for it. Be glad and rejoice in it. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that? This is a kind of wisdom that can make or break a young QB. Dart's not going to see the field much this season. Barring injuries, Russell Wilson's got the starting job locked down, but Winston's teaching him to stay focused on the present. Forget a bad practice, shake off a bad rep, and keep grinding. Giants Nation, doesn't that mindset scream Big Blue pride? Drop a comment. Do you think Dart got the mental toughness to handle the NFL grind? But it's not just about mindset. Winston, along with Russell Wilson, is giving Dart the full QB masterclass. We're talking reading defenses, shifting offensive line protections, and all the little nuances that separate good quarterbacks from great ones. Imagine being a rookie like Dart, sitting in a film room with 2 veterans who've thrown for over 60,000 combined yards in the NFL. That's the kind of mentorship money can't buy. Winston's been in Dart's shoes. High expectations, big dreams, and a steep learning curve. He's telling Dart to embrace the process, to learn from every snap, and to keep his eyes on the long game. And let's not forget Winston's own journey. His old quarterback coach, Damian Craig, once told him, "You're fearless, but at some point, you're going to have to feel the consequences." That stuck with Winston, and you can bet he's drilling that into Dart. Play smart, not just fearless. Now, let's zoom out and talk about what this means for the New York Giants. Our quarterback room is stacked with experience, and that's a huge W for a team looking to rebound in 2025. Russell Wilson brings Super Bowl pedigree. Winston brings veteran savvy and locker room energy, and Dart, he's the future. The Giants haven't had a true franchise QB since Eli Manning hung up his cleats, and while it's too early to crown Dart, the kid's got potential. With Winston and Wilson in his corner, he's got the best possible setup to develop into something special. But here's the question, Giants fans. How long do we give Dart to develop? 1 year? 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear what you think. Let's sprinkle in some stats to paint the picture. Winston's thrown for 22,104 yards and 141 touchdowns in his career, with a 61.1% completion rate. Not too shabby for a guy who's been a backup the last few years. Dart, meanwhile, threw for 9,500 yards and 65 touchdowns at Ole Miss, with a 65.2% completion rate. The kid's got the raw talent, but the NFL's a different animal. The Giants' quarterback situation is ranked 22nd in the league by ESPN for 2025, but with Wilson's leadership, Winston's mentorship, and Dart's upside, I'm betting we climb that ranking by season's end. What do you think, Giants Nation? Are we sleeping on this QB room, or is it just about right? Hit me with your takes. Now, let's get real for a second. The Giants are coming off a tough 2024, finishing 6-11 and missing the playoffs again. But there's hope on the horizon. The defense, led by Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence, is a force, and the offense? It's got weapons like Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson. If Dart can soak up Winston's lessons and develop behind Wilson, we might just have the makings of a playoff contender in 2026 or beyond. Winston's not just helping Dart. He's helping build the future of this franchise. And as a lifelong Giants fan, that's got me hyped. Oh, and speaking of hype, I checked the latest New York Giants news to make sure we're not missing anything. According to the official New York Giants website, Dart's been impressing coaches with his work ethic, and Winston's been a vocal leader in the locker room, keeping spirits high. No major updates on injuries or roster changes, but the buzz around training camp is all about this quarterback room's chemistry. That's the kind of vibe we need in East Rutherford, baby. So where does this leave us? Jameis Winston's journey, from college controversies to NFL veteran, is a roadmap for Jackson Dart. Patience, focus, and learning from mistakes are the keys, and Winston's drilling that into our rookie QB. The New York Giants are building something special, and this mentorship is a big part of it. But I want to hear from you, Giants Nation. What's your take on Dart's potential? Can Winston's guidance turn him into our next franchise QB? And how about that quarterback room? Wilson, Winston, Dart. Does it get you as fired up as it gets me? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this big blue energy going. Before I wrap this up, let's talk about what's next. The Giants kick off the 2025 season against the Minnesota Vikings on September 7th. And while Dart's likely watching from the sidelines, every practice rep is a step toward his future. Keep an eye on New York Giants news for updates on how Dart's progressing in camp. And check out Giants.com for exclusive interviews and highlights. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this season. All right, Giants Nation, it's time to bring it home. If you're as pumped about Jameis Winston mentoring Jackson Dart as I am, smash that like button, drop a comment with your predictions for the season, and subscribe for more New York Giants content that'll keep you hyped all year long. Share this video with your fellow Giants fans. Let's get the whole crew in on this. Until next time, keep bleeding blue and let's go, John.